Chapter 8. No!
I screamed silently. I knew where I was. I was in someone's hand, about to be dropped into a pot of boiling water.
No!
And maybe it was because I was so desperate to scream, or maybe it was just the luck of the morph, but my human mouth was one of the first things to emerge. Small open lips appeared in place of my lobster mouth. I didn't have normal lungs or vocal cords yet, so I couldn't make a sound. But I guess I didn't have to. I guess suddenly having lips appear on a lobster was enough to make the woman drop me. I fell. My front pincers caught the edge of the pan. Sheer dumb luck. I hung on to the edge of the pan as my tail curled up, inches above the boiling water in the pot. I grew rapidly, becoming a baby-sized creature half covered with hard cuticle, half flesh. Human eyes grew in place of the useless stalk eyes. The antenna sucked back into my forehead. I heard a grinding sound as my spine reappeared inside me. With a desperate surge of energy, I tumbled over the side of the pan and landed flat on my shell back atop the stove. I was looking up into a stove hood. I rolled away from the heat and fell. But the fall wasn't far, because I was now the size of a toddler, more human than lobster. I was one nasty-looking kid, though, with 8 legs growing from my stomach and chest. My human hearing returned with shocking effect. Someone was screaming uncontrollably. My legs were back. I stood up. I looked around and saw a woman. Sort of pretty, except for the fact that her eyes were wide with terror and she was screaming. I glanced over and saw the plastic bag filled with ice. That's how she had carried us from the supermarket. Now, we were in her kitchen. Jake was already mostly human, standing with one foot still in the grocery bag. The 8 legs sucked into his chest. His human eyes appeared. Axe was a truly disgusting combination of andalite and lobster. But as I watched, he eliminated the last traces of crustacean. Unfortunately, this did not make the woman feel any better. "It's okay, ma'am," I said. "We're not going to hurt you." "Calm down, ma'am," Jake said. "Please calm down." Her eyes darted wildly from me to Jake to Axe. She kept screaming. "Look, it's okay," I said. "We're going to leave. No one is going to hurt you." You, lobsters, she managed to say. "Yeah, it is slightly weird, I'll admit," I said. "But it's okay. It's just a dream." A dream? "Yes, ma'am. Just a dream," Jake said reassuringly. I looked at Axe. "Can you morph to human yet? We need to get out of here."
I can morph again,
he assured me, and he started right away. "We're going to leave now," Jake said. "You can wake up later, okay? But I wouldn't tell anyone about this dream." The woman shook her head violently. "See, it could get you in trouble with certain people. Besides, folks would just think you're crazy." She nodded with extreme conviction. Axe was almost human. We were all dressed in our slightly ridiculous morphing outfits, but they would have to do. We headed for the door. Then I caught sight of 3 more lobsters, still in the bag of ice. I guess it was supposed to be dinner for 6. "Ma'am," I asked, "do us a favor, would you please? Take those other guys down to the beach and let them go, okay?"